If you had a 42% chance of getting the kinds of auditions that could literally change your life, wouldn't you want to know what that is? Of course you would. Today I am diving into a strategy that can actually increase your chances of success by 42%. Intrigued? Stick around. But before we dive any deeper, please take a second to hit that like and subscribe button because it really does help to get the word out about my podcast. And maybe there's some other actors that could benefit from it as well. And of course, that way you will also never miss any of these tips and strategies that I put out once a week. On to the 42% magic. Are you ready? Are you ready? I am asking you. Okay. This is going to seem kind of obvious, but did you know that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to have success with them? Isn't that crazy? 42%. Now, before you flip off and think, I know what I need to do, and go look for your pen and paper, there's a second part to this strategy that is equally as important. So just hold your pants right there, buddy. First of all, I want to tell you this is actually from a fascinating study from sunny California by a doctor named Gail Matthews at the Dominican University, who found that people who write down their goals are actually 42% more likely to achieve them. But as I said, that's just the first step. The real magic happens when you share your goal with a mentor or with a mastermind group or peers, people who can actually hold you accountable. Yes, the accountability part is key. And the amazing thing is, when you take the time to write down your goals and share them with a mentor or a mastermind group, you're actually going to bump up your success even higher. Now just imagine if you had somebody like totally in your corner, or maybe a whole group of people totally in your corner holding you accountable. Don't you think that you would be more likely to keep on track with your goals? I'm willing to bet that you would. So in today's podcast, we're going to jump into a little experiment, a little something different, and I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like, because there are some very important questions that you need to ask yourself, because it's one thing to write down your goals, but you have to make sure that the goals you're writing down are actually something that you can achieve, right? And how do you know if you can achieve them or not? Whether it is within your power and not up to the gods of luck or the fates, the winds of fate, or whatever it is, or destiny, to drop that magical thing in your lap. If it is literally in your power, then that makes it an achievable goal and something that you should definitely write down and channel your efforts into. Because we cannot control the outcome many times, but we can definitely control our effort. I have an actress here. Her name is Stella. Hey, Stella. Hey. So a little bit about Stella, her backstory, if you will. Stella has always dreamed about a career in the film and television industry, but, like many of us, she got sidelined by life, career, family, kids. And now at 47, Stella has to take the plunge and live her life with no regrets. And she is just returning to the industry after a very long hiatus. She was a trained actor before, and she had been working as an actress before, but now, she's had such a long break that she feels like a beginner again. And we're going to go through a series of questions that basically walks her and you through the questions that you need to be asking yourself whenever you have a goal that you want to achieve. And by the end of this episode, you will have a clear roadmap of the steps you need to take and the questions you need to be asking yourself in order to get your 42% better success rate in your acting career. And by the way, if you're looking for a detailed roadmap on how to achieve really big goals with really small steps, this episode is obviously a great start for that. But I've got another episode. It's either here or here. I never know where to point to, but it's in one of those two places that you should definitely check out. It will guide you through breaking down your goals into manageable steps so that you are much more likely to achieve them. And There's a little accountability secret in there that you are not going to want to miss. So make sure and check out that video wherever it is. Plus, there's a special 9-page free downloadable workbook that will guide you through the whole process. So let's dive into this and figure out how you can actually set goals in a way that you can achieve your target. And by the way, this is something that you can use whether you want to secure your first agent or create the kind of context that will open up opportunities to bigger and better roles. Really, any kind of major goal you have in your life, you can use these questions to help you realize how you're going to tackle that goal and set achievable benchmarks for knowing how to go about it. Basically, following this plan is just going to give you a much better chance of succeeding. Okay, so let's get into it. Step 1, ask yourself, hey Stella, what do you want? I just want to secure a reputable agent who can give me opportunities that maybe I couldn't get on my own to some major film and television auditions. When do you want that by? Well, it's May now, so by the end of the summer? Stella, I need an exact date. Okay, August 31st. Well, then August 31st it is. But Stella, how will you know when you've achieved your goal? When I've got a signed contract from an agent in my hand? Okay, makes sense. What do you want the outcome of your goal to be? Oh, that one's easy. I want an agent who believes in me and actively pitches me for projects that I'm passionate about. How is your goal going to actually benefit you and maybe even other people? Well, it would give me access to auditions that I might not have access to on my own. And maybe I could inspire other people that, if I can do it, then they can too. And it's never too late to pursue your dreams. I like the way you think, Stella. But tell me, what have you already started to do to make sure that you can achieve your goal? Well, I'm working with an actor's career coach to make sure that my branding is on point because, like you always say, confused minds don't cast. I do always say that. And I've been continuing to get training because I know all the industry savvy in the world isn't going to do me any good if my acting sucks. Very true. So what kind of challenges have you already met? Well, I sent out a bunch of emails to agents about 6 months ago, but I never heard anything back, which really sucks. Makes me sometimes wonder if I'm crazy to still be pursuing acting at this stage of my life, Oh, Stella, I really feel for you on that one, but don't let those stupid mini rejections make you doubt yourself. You ready to go on now? What kind of challenges do you think might come up for you? I think it might maybe be hard to find an agent who can see my potential, and I'm not really sure how to make sense of that big gap in my acting career. So what are your workarounds for these challenges? I guess my biggest workaround is I've been working with my acting career coach to make sure that my profile highlights where I want to go and not where I've been. Ooh, that's really smart, Stella, because one of our jobs as actors is to actually give the people who have the power to hire us the confidence to do so. And the way we do that is by articulating what our special unicorn factors are, and then infusing all of our marketing, our messaging, and our networking with that. So good on you, Stella, for doing that. So, Stella, you've thought about a few of the challenges that might come up, but have you thought about any of the obstacles that might come up? I think the biggest obstacle might be finding someone who truly sees me for everything that I have to offer, and finding that really good symbiotic relationship. I guess someone who sees what I view as challenges as my superpowers. You've been listening to my podcast, haven't you, Stella? So, Stella, great job on figuring all this out, but I've got one last question for you. Are there any possible negative outcomes to achieving your goal? And if there are, what have you done to prepare for those? I don't think so. I mean, I already know that, getting an agent isn't the be all and end all, right? I mean, that's one way to get some doors open, but it's not the only way to get some doors open. And I've really been working on finding out a lot of other ways to get my foot in the door. Good for you, Stella. Thanks. So if you are ready to supercharge your acting career and have more than a 42% chance of success, then do these 5 steps. Ready? Step number 1, write down your goals. It's really that simple, folks. Now you know you can actually increase your chances of success by simply writing down your achievable goals. Step number 2, share your goals. Boost your success rate even further by sharing your goals with a mentor or a mastermind group, somebody who is going to hold you accountable to what you want. Number 3, send regular updates to your accountability partner or partners, as it may be, because this is going to make all the difference. Step number 4, community support. Leverage the power of your community to stay motivated and on track, and giving you constructive feedback. Number 5, create a clear roadmap with actionable steps to help you achieve your goals. Breaking down your big goals into small, manageable steps will help you not only remain focused and motivated, but it will make sure that you are staying on track to achieve your goals. And your bonus tip number 6, make sure to articulate whatever that little something something is that makes you completely unique, and then infuse those unicorn factors into all of your marketing, your messaging, and your networking. Hey, achieving the career you want and deserve, it's a journey. But it's a journey that you can achieve by taking step after step. By the way, if you're a trained actor who's been at this whole pursuing the professional acting career for at least a few years and you're still not where you want to be, you should book a free strategy call right now. The link is down in the show notes below. Hit me up. We'll see if you're a good fit for my program, and if you're not, then we'll figure out the next best steps together. Until next time, you stay your bold and beautiful self. Bye-bye.